What's up, Blue Chips? 2 trades today on HBI and 1 trade on CAH. Let's get to it. All right, traders, so I have decided I am going to be doing these as recaps from now on. If there is anything from the live streams that I feel needs to go into these recaps, I'm going to go ahead and edit those in. But I feel that just reposting what you can go back and watch if you are really that interested, feel free to scroll through the live streams that I go through in the morning. They're not that long. You can go through and look at my order screen to see where the actual trades are, and you can do it that way. So I'm just going to be talking about the trades here, and we'll just get started. So HBI, this one was super frustrating for a lot of reasons. We had our entry point here under 1509. It made that little pivot point. We jumped in at 1506 looking for this thing to break down. And for some reason, the market said, nope, we're going to just go squeeze up there and touch high of day. High of day was 1534. We had our order at 1535, and it literally filled us at 1537, which was high of day for today. So really frustrating because literally right after that, it got shot down immediately. And I almost got right back in at the same price. If you guys don't follow Jared over at Live Traders on YouTube, feel free to go check him out. But I just watched one of his recent videos, and it's called the 84% rule. So the 84% rule, just to break it down and give you just a quick summary of it, is if your trade doesn't work and say you get stopped out by a couple pennies, just like I did, if it comes back down to your entry, feel free to get back in because 84% of the time, it will most likely work out. Right? So, and in this case, it would have worked out. However, it kind of shot right back down through, and I was a little ticked that we got stopped out by literally just a couple pennies, and we top ticked the thing. So I kind of let it do its thing, and I thought this was going to be sloppy seconds, so I wasn't too worried about it, but then it just squeezed and stopped us out. So I assumed that maybe this could be kind of the sloppy seconds, and so we jumped back in as we realized that's kind of what it was doing. And our initial risk off was 1507, right over this pivot point of 1506. But we got this drop down, and our entry was at 1493. So we had this previous resistance here around 1492, 1492, and then it came back up on this candle and touched that 1491 area. So I was like, okay, this previous support is being used as resistance. So our entry's at 1493. Let's just put our stop there so that if it does hit that, the odds are it's going to continue, and it's a break-even trade if it does. Well, as you can see, I wasn't wrong. It did continue, but it only continued up to the whole $1.15 and then ended up dropping off the rest of the day. So both of my trades could have worked. One, if the market didn't want to just take my money over here, and two, if we would have used our initial risk off of 1507 over here. But this is obviously hindsight trading on the second trade because we don't know if this would have went through 15 and continued up the high day. Obviously, we don't know that in the moment. So obviously a little bit of hindsight trading there on HBI, but just overall a little bit frustrated on that one. So the day was going on, and CAH was brought to my attention that it was in a descending triangle. This is Intensity Stock Watch blueprint, guys. A big para off the scanners and sets a high, starts making lower highs, and has a nice support line. And it starts to form a descending triangle, squeezes nice and tight, and as it's squeezing tight, you get the breakdown. So we jumped in here at $59.75, risking off of $60.01 because it would have to go through VWAP and the whole $1.60, and I felt that that was a good risk off. So we took 100 shares because we were risking $25 per trade, and we got in at 75. So what's that mean? We're just looking for 1-to-1 on a descending triangle. That's what you're looking for. You're just looking for that initial flush through because after that, you don't know what it's going to do, right? You don't know if it's going to pop back up because you're starting to get extended. You don't know if it's going to continue and fade the rest of the day. You don't know. So the idea of the triangles, ascending or descending, is to get your 1-to-1, take your money, and go. So when it flushed, I actually was getting ready to put my order in, but I didn't. It flushed right to 50, straight from the 62 area. And so we looked to just see if it wanted to jump under 50, which it did. And we actually moved our stop down to 51 real quick. And I saw the 51 pop back up on the ask, and it didn't fill us for some reason. So I just went ahead and hit the button, probably because it didn't print yet. And if I would have just let it stop me out, we would have been better off because it ended up continuing. But again, I wasn't upset because we ended up getting our 1-to-1 on this descending triangle here on CAH. So that's all I have for you today, guys. Don't forget about the Friday night live stream tonight at 10:30 Eastern. we'll be talking about pretty much how this week sucked and just kind of how we're going to move forward and all that good stuff. But don't forget to like and subscribe as well. Always appreciate that support. If you do have any questions or comments, feel free to leave those down below. Jump in the Discord. You can wait to ask them tonight if you want to do that. And if I don't see you tonight, have a great weekend, and I'll see you Monday morning for the live stream. Peace.